All right. So what is love?
Personally, I think love is accepting somebody for who they are, who they have already been, and who they might be in the future as well.
Oh, okay.
That's just it.
Okay. So that means that even if when it comes as a surprise, you just accept it.
How do you mean when it comes as a
Like
surprise?
you say, you're saying like you're accepting the person for who they are, who you're gonna be. So let's say in the future they change. Because
They will change though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That means you're gonna accept the change.
Yeah, you have
So
to.
well, what if the change is not adaptable or good for you?
Yeah, then if it's not good for you, that's the thing. That's the whole process. Like that's the whole process of love. You choose to love somebody. So obviously you choose the moment you decide to love somebody, you choose who they are at the moment, who they might be. That's why I said might, because you never know what they might be in the future. You get me?
Okay.
So you choose that I'm going to live with you no matter who you might be in the future.
Oh, wait, okay, but wow, okay, that's quite a risk, I think.
Do you think? Yeah, love is a risk though. I feel like when it comes to love, yeah, there are no certainties. Love is just a big risk. I think it's one of the biggest risks apart from investing your money. So
for sure, really.
it's a big risk you're taking because obviously you don't know what this person might be tomorrow. This person might change to be. You never know. It's a big risk you're taking to love this person in the future till you grow old. You get me? That's why when you're going to take that marriage oath and all of that, they ask you
so when you grow old, it's fine,
worse for better or for worse.
Yeah,
I mean, but the thing is, we're all thinking always about the extreme. You get me? When it gets to the extreme, that's why I said love is a choice in the end as well.
Okay.
Because when it gets there, and I choose today, I don't want to love you anymore, then that's it. Because it's not a feeling. If it's a feeling, then it just fluctuates like that.
Yeah,
you get me?
yeah,
So it's a choice. So you can change it when you grow together and the person becomes, for example, the person decides, today I want to be gay. I'm gay now. You get me? You can decide at that moment, I can't be with somebody like that. So I choose not to.
And does that mean that you don't love the person anymore, or what happened? Like,
I feel like maybe then you've chosen not to love the person anymore. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can like someone, that's a different thing.
Oh, okay. So it's conditional still. Like,
it is still conditional.
God damn, love is conditional.
Would you know what unconditional love is?
Yeah,
I don't think we have unconditional love.
We were talking about unconditional love, like I'm just love you forever.
I just don't think any human being at this point has unconditional love, to be honest. Apart from the one for your kid.
Okay.
All of them.
But then why can't love just be that thing for the kid? Like whatever the kid is or becomes, you still do not shun the person. Why can't love be like that?
Do you know why?
Tell me.
I think for a kid, yeah, that person is like, you are training the kid to become who they will be in the future. You get me? So it's like he knows no better. When it comes to love between like two adults, you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. I have feelings. You have feelings. When you begin to hurt me or whatever, it sometimes might not be intentional, but you have to like realize what you're doing, and then in the end also decide that I'm actually worth your love as well. You can't keep on hurting somebody and claim that it's love and you expect the person to live with you forever. It's actually not possible.
But I think if you had a kid,
yeah,
and even if your kid grew up, it doesn't always have to, because the kids don't just stay kids. You know, he grew up and still did something. You still will forgive your kid and stand by your kid. I know this from my mom.
Okay.
Why can't love be that? You know, like you will stand with or for the person.
I mean, we would love to do that, but can you? That's the question. We would actually love to do that. I would love to do that.
Okay.
But can I? I can't make that promise that I would.
Okay. And what part of yourself makes you think you can do that?
What part of myself?
Yeah. Because now, let me say, if I asked, let's say Ronaldo, that will he be able to put this corner no matter when and where? He would say, I got it, right?
Because he believes in his skills.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So what part of you makes you believe that that's not possible for you?
Vulnerability.
Oh, okay. Explain.
I think like when it gets to a point in the relationship, you tend to be very vulnerable. You let your guard down. You let everything open. You just leave yourself open there like that. And human beings are very guarded up. So obviously, the moment you do that with someone, you expect them to protect that at all costs. You get me? So if the moment they don't do that for you, you tend to just come up again. And if you put your guard up again in a relationship, then the love actually Like bit by bit, it just goes away. I can't promise you when I fall in love with you that I can say in for better for worse, in health or in
Why say it if you don't mean it?
But I mean that.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that. No, it doesn't mean that I'm going to stand by you when you intentionally continue to hurt me. It doesn't mean like that.
Okay. Okay. What if it's not intentional? But yes, still is continue.
First, second, third is not intentional. Fourth is actually very intentional. When the person alerts you on it, it is very intentional. You know what you're doing.
I give you an example. Yeah. If your kid who's on you.
No. Stop comparing to kids. Stop comparing to kids because I feel like the love between mothers and children, and the love between two different adults is different.
Why should it be different though?
Why shouldn't it be?
Because the whole thing, I feel like everybody's just trying to make up what love is for them. Yeah.
Of course it is.
I feel like love is just one word, and we just because you see, if I said this is a glass, right? We know what glass is.
Okay.
We know how it breaks. We know how. So, but when we say, let's say,
what is love?
Come again.
What is love or you?
No, love in general. Now, I feel like everybody just making up what love is for them.
But you know why though?
But you know why though?
Tell me. Because love is personal for everybody. I feel like love. We have a general meaning for love. Like love doesn't hurt. Love is peaceful. It makes the things that make you feel good. You get me? The things that make you.
But isn't it what love is? Or?
That is what love is. Okay. So if it doesn't feel like that, is that love though? So then you get it from the other person. The person is not giving you that energy.
Okay.
So obviously, I can't continue to love the person that way that they expect me to love them. You get me?
But what I'm saying is, even if the love is not being reciprocated, even if the love is not being reciprocated, why can't you just show the love?
I think it just all boils down to standards, and everyone has standards.
Explain yourself.
Everyone has boundaries because you can't just go on living life as in, oh, I'm going to love this person and we'll see, no matter what. But I feel like because it's also to protect yourself. Everyone is trying to protect themselves at the end. You can't just leave yourself to be hurt and be whatever at the end of the day. You get me? You need to protect yourself also. You need to find someone who is also willing to protect you alongside with you.
Okay.
So when me protecting myself is putting in those boundaries and putting in those standards that I don't want to be hurt this way, I don't want to feel this way, I don't want to feel that way. So that means the moment that person breaks it for me, that is not love anymore. That's why the meaning of love is different for everybody.
Yeah. I still think you guys are just, playing it off. Like everyone just come out. Yeah, you can talk though. If you come again.
Playing what's off.
Like the love thing, like we all know, like if we say football, this is football. We all know if we say go, we know what it means. When we say righteousness, we know what righteousness. When we say faithful, we know faith. When we say love, everyone goes, no, wait. Patrimonial love. Everybody kind of like.
Because you cannot love everybody the same.
Voilà.
You cannot give the same love that you give to your children to your mother or to your
partner.
And why is that?
You cannot love everybody the same. There are conditions to love at the end of the day. And that's why you have unconditional love. You have different types of love. You love somebody unconditionally. There are reasons to why you can love somebody unconditionally and the other person you cannot. Because unconditional love comes with lots of responsibilities that you have for and before you go inside.
Okay, wait, I like that. So that means that it's only just because you go unconditional, it becomes more responsibilities.
Yeah, in some sense. That means that person, you hold certain responsibilities to the person. So that means regardless of what the person is going to be, is, and is about to be in the future, you're going to accept them all regardless.
Okay, so it's more work.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, let's say in love, like let's say relationship, love or whatever. Now, there are certain conditions, there are certain things, your principles or things that you're not willing to accept. And then you're like, okay, I love you, but at this point, I cannot continue loving you because of where you are right now, where you are heading to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You cannot, and your kid, you cannot tell his I don't love you anymore.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you have the responsibility. That kid needs, you brought this kid on this earth. Your responsibility is to give this kid love and take care for the kid, prepare the kid for the world.
Okay.
So that love, that's why there are different variants of love. Okay. It cannot be just one.
Okay. All right.
You get me?
All right, then, okay, so we go on. So what you're saying is you can love your partner, but conditionally.
Conditionally.
Can you say that so that we can get it on camera?
You go viral.
I feel like love between adults is always conditional.
It's always conditional.
It's always conditional.
It can never be unconditional?
It can never be unconditional. Because, do you know why?
Tell me.
Just because of rules, principles, boundaries, standards. Because
Okay.
if you take those things out, then that's unconditional, because no matter what.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
But the moment those things come into play, because it's like, I love you, but. I love you, but.
Okay, so what are some of your buts?
Me, personally.
Yeah, personally. What
Then-
are some of your buts?
That caught me off guard.
What are some of your butts?
Huh.
You're talking about, but I'm not talking about butts. I'm saying, what are some of your butts?
Okay, personally,
Yeah.
let me say one butt of mine is disrespect.
Disrespect.
Disrespect,
And why is
yeah.
that?
Because for me personally, I want to respect myself. So I would like how I respect myself, I would expect everyone to also respect me the same way.
Mhm.
So if I come into your life as a partner, I expect that respect as well from you. If I don't get it, I mean, it's a butt for me as well. Like
Okay.
you don't value my position in your life.
Okay, so
Yeah.
respect for you is value.
It's value, yeah.
Okay. And what are some of the other butts?
Other butts.
So we got disrespect.
We're good to start.
Yeah, just give me one or two more.
For me, also, how do I say it? I think it just all when I say disrespect, like it counts for a lot of things. I think in the disrespect, you have a lot of things like maybe speaking to me anyhow.
Okay. Hey, you're too precise though.
It is precise.
Okay, so like in the disrespect, it's like speaking to you anyhow, and then what again?
Going behind my back.
Like what do you mean by going behind your back? Like cheating and stuff.
Yeah, cheating and stuff. Yeah.
Ah, okay, black men don't cheat, so don't worry about it. Oh, baby,
Wait.
you can say that. You can ask it.
That's what she can come and say. She'll come and say that. No, you have to. Nah, today, no.
Wait, if you have enough question, you tell me, and then I'll ask. Okay.
I don't agree with that statement, but okay, let's go on.
Okay.
Let's go on.
it's
I agree to
biblical,
disagree.
though.
Let's go on. Biblical.
It's biblical though. So,
Okay.
Explain, how is it biblical?
How is it biblical? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know.
Wait, you said black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat.
Okay, let me enlighten us. Yeah.
Oh, this is not part of it. Let me cut it out.
A lot of things fall
Subtitles.
under disrespect. Yeah,
It's definitely
sometimes.
been to British, a Belgium school. Subtitles and everything, you know. Sub.
1.1.
Yes. So for you.
No, yeah, disrespect is like the biggest one. But
okay.
under disrespect, because if I say don't disrespect me,
Okay.
it falls for a lot of things. You get me?
Okay.
So like it falls for different things. to
So
be.
for you, for instance, like since disrespect is definitely up there, what would you do? What would somebody do that you call, oh, that's disrespectful? Because disrespect can count for many things.
Yeah.
You know?
Come from
So definitely you've made it very clear that cheating is one, which I would like to ask more. But let's go back to you.
We are not going to split that.
No. So to you, what is disrespectful to you? So first of all, talking to you anyhow is disrespectful to you.
Yeah.
Thing.
And not listening to like maybe if I tell you what I want and what I desire from you,
Yeah.
and you don't go according to that, you go like the opposite direction. I feel like it's disrespect. You
What?
didn't listen.
Wait.
I told you. No, listen. I told you. I've explained to you. This is how I want my relationship to be. If at that moment you didn't
Okay.
agree with me, you tell me I don't agree with you.
Okay.
Then I would say I have the choice at that moment to be like, okay, go your way, let me go my way.
Okay.
But you agreed to it in that moment.
Alright.
I think we should sign the things on that. Then we sign, and then you go on and do the opposite.
The opposite.
Come
Okay.
on.
So what if there are ideas like, for instance, you were saying, oh, I really like this stuff in this way,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know about that, and just do the opposite. Is that disrespect?
It is. The thing is, at that moment.
What if what you're saying doesn't make any sense? You know what I'm saying? How are you sure?
No, but that's what I'm saying. In the beginning,
Yeah.
I lay it down. Because
Okay.
everybody comes with whatever rules they like. I'm
Okay.
telling you, people say the weirdest things that they want and don't want in a relationship. You get me?
Really?
So the moment I say it,
Yeah.
you as a whole person,
Yeah.
have to come to me and tell me, actually, don't agree with that, or maybe
Okay.
I don't know about
you
that.
yourself, you're not willing to
No,
change your mind about
that's the
that.
thing. If you come up with a whole argument like, I don't agree with that, it's a bit.
It's a bit,
I will actually go into the argument with you. I'll
Okay,
explain to you
okay.
why I actually find that very important for me in my life.
Alright.
And then, if still at the end of the whole argument, maybe if you bring a different argument, I'll be like, oh, actually, I think you make a lot of sense. So maybe it's like, it's a bit loose for me out there. But then, because when I set those rules for myself, no one was there.
Okay.
It made sense to me.
Okay.
So maybe now I brought it into the real world.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to somebody.
True. Maybe you just be in your bubble.
Maybe I'm just being in my bubble, you get me?
Yeah.
Until you get into the relationship, you're like, oh, okay, it doesn't actually make sense.
Yeah, because
You get
sometimes when I talk to girls, sometimes they're very delusional. Sometimes, I mean, just be
It
honest.
can be.
You know, it's like, you know, to what they have. You know, this fly so many now. Now what you fly out passing, I say, oh, how about it?
No, it's fine.
So it's like, you know, you see that it's like the rules they're setting. They're setting it without no man there. And remember, this is a man. This is not a woman.
Okay.
And sometimes you see like most of your rules are very womanly. It does not fit for a man.
Womanly. Okay.
Yeah. So we're talking about you're gonna live with a whole different person. First of all, the person doesn't bleed every month. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different spectrum. You know, the person doesn't bleed every month. He's a different person.
I know. You see, that's where we get it wrong, I think.
Yeah.
If it's not for you, go away.
Okay.
We tend to just accept things because if I've told you all the rules, maybe you counter argue with me and it's like, oh, still in the end, it still doesn't make sense to you.
Yeah.
What do you have to do? Walk away. Because those rules, you know, it's going to be a problem for you.
True.
Then why are you
True.
still there? So when someone is not meant for you, because people have some like expectations and some principles for themselves, somebody might be like, oh, I actually like a man with maybe a 6-figure job, and you a man with maybe a 4-figure job. You go into this person's life and they're like, I want a man with 6-figure job, and you're like, it doesn't make sense to me. No, you are being delusional. You should go away because that's not the type of woman for you. So I feel like when people set their principles straight, you agree or you don't agree, and that's how you go on. If you don't agree with it, you leave this person alone so they can find that kind of person who would actually do that. Because, mind you, there are people like this for these kind of people.
Yeah.
So that's what we should actually be very clear on.
I mean, the whole point is just like, sometimes it's not always very clear.
Clear to who?
To the men. I mean, the way you're saying is like always women make it very clear. No, they don't. So for you, you lay out what you want, and then
if you don't agree
if
with
you
it,
don't
fine.
agree with it, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, definitely. Okay, now at least we know what your love is. It's definitely not Ghanaian. All right. So to your experience, what makes relationships work? Because it seems like now everybody's like breaking up or jumping up on what makes it work. What makes it work?
Two people who want to make it work.
Okay, that's quite a very simple answer.
That's literally it for me, to be honest. I feel like there's no right or wrong way in relationships nowadays because I can't tell you what you should accept and not accept. You choose what you want to accept and not to accept. So for me, it's just two people who want to make it work. If your partner cheats on you and for you, that's just okay for you, then you both can actually live in harmony. So that's just it. It's working for you. So you just choose what works best for both of you. That's why communication is important. You just communicate it. You try to understand each other on that. If I understand you, where you're coming from, if you also understand me, we can actually live together. And you want to make it work, so obviously, you do everything possible to make it work. That's just it.
Okay, that's very good. I mean, very simple. It's love a feeling.
Yes and no.
Okay, explain.
What is the no? What is the
yes
no?
and no, because I feel like the reason I'm saying yes and no is because I can't really say it's actually a feeling, because when that feeling turns off, because feelings are very vulnerable, like they go on and off. Tomorrow I can start feeling different, my hormones will start working differently, and at once I'm feeling very different. So obviously then I'll be like, oh, I don't love you anymore, the love has turned off. No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
So because even the Bible says that heart is deceitful, right? So and feelings come from your heart. So obviously I don't think it's actually a feeling.
But which part isn't it?
I think the other part that isn't is just a choice you make.
Okay.
It's really a choice you make to love someone. You choose, okay, I've actually chosen to love this person, and that's it for me. So that's how I would explain it, but it's actually a very difficult topic, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not the right person to actually explain it like that. Just as you said in the beginning, when I love somebody, I wake up thinking I want to make this person happy. So it doesn't matter, the fact that you've chosen to love them, it doesn't matter how they feel, or however way they bring across whatever they feel. You should actually choose to understand them from their perspective, because when you turn the tables around, you would actually feel the same way as well.
No, but
It feels like it's constant reassurance that we have to give you girls,
Yes.
in some sense.
But
Because that's the thing. Let's say, for example, okay, him saying it, like, okay, I hug you every day. Today I didn't hug you. Women take it personal.